Aloha, siblings. Welcome to another MineTest Monday. In this episode, I will be basically building. I'm not going to do any wandering at the beginning of it. I'm just going to go straight to building. So it's likely going to be a shorter video, probably even less than an hour today. So I'm just telling you that to set your expectations. I don't know that there's anything else to say about the thing. I'll go ahead and do the things at the beginning that the questions that I often get is, why don't I play Minecraft instead? I dislike Microsoft. Chalk it up to I am not a fan of their operating system, right? Yeah, there's other reasons, but if you're curious because of that, I use Linux. Now, if you want to use Windows, go ahead and use Windows. That's on you. But there's things about it that just made me angry enough with them that I just don't want to deal with them at all. So but again, that's on my thing. That's not for anybody else to worry about. What else do I get? Oh, and people often suggest that, what if I got you a version that was, had nothing to do with Microsoft, like an older version or something, or if they would even, give one to me, or do these types of things. And it's like, I appreciate the sentiment and the notion of generosity and all of that, but I'm content with MineTest, and I'm looking forward to exploring some of it apparently does a lot more than what we're seeing here with my implementation of it. Well, we'll see. As I learn, we'll get something interesting, or we won't, right? I'm hoping that we get something interesting. Anyway, so hopefully that answers that. I do know that I can hold buttons down and things like that, rather than just clicky, clicky, clicky. But I clicky, clicky, clicky the way I clicky, 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 because it's an ASMR thing, and this is an ASMR channel, and so I do it in a manner that I find pleasing, because I figure, well, if I am an ASMR, I tingle in the whole thing, and if I think it's good that way, then I'm hoping that it's likely that it would be good for others that way. So that's about that's what the clicking is about. La 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 la. There's probably other things that are common questions that I'm overlooking. But anyway, if they come up or I remember them, I'll mention them during the game. So before I proceed to the game, let me do the YouTube thing. If you like the video at any point in time during the video, please click the thumbs up. If you are sufficiently happy with it and want to see more, please click the subscribe button along with that notification bell. I also have social media links in the description, to include a Patreon. The Patreon is $1 a month. It serves as essentially a tip jar. If you don't want to do $1 a month, but you'd still like to maybe give me a tip, there is a tip thank you button that YouTube provides. And if you're not interested in any of that, that's fine too. What else do I have in there? It's the social media links. Please comment on video. Please comment on other people's comments. There's the idea of, interaction with your fellow viewers. Please, be nice to each other, though. Let's see. Also, share the video with friends. I think that is a good way of, me growing my channel and getting, extended viewership and the like. And I think that pretty much covers all of the YouTube business. Oh no, one more thing. I often forget to mention this, is that I have a live stream that I do every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Right now it's daylight savings time, but so whatever California time is, so California, United States, right? That's so it's 8 p.m. that Saturday nights, and currently it's going for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think that's now everything, and we can proceed on forward to the game. So here, let's go to this window there. Alright, so now I'm going to lose what's going on over here. I'm already recording over there. Okay, so here we are. Let's go ahead and start the game. And here we are. Okay. I don't need that thing in my hand right now. So we're going to go build. Let's go. Well, I'm flying currently, so let's just go ahead and fly over there for the moment. Because what I want to do... Well, since I'm building, I want to go back and just kind of see where I'm at. What I'll do is, before I start building, I will do a tour. So let's go over here. For those people who are potentially new, So there's the MineTest world. Or the way it exists in my current state of doing things, because I'm in creative mode. So nothing bad can happen to me. Let me turn off flying for right now. And here we go. And okay, so let's go this way. Oops, let's get out of the way of that bush. There we are. So here's the entryway. Oh, this is going to be sort of like a grand residence hall kind of a thing. Alright. And so this is just going to be sort of your entry hall, right? Where you, I don't know, there'll probably be a staircase that goes up or something like that in here somewhere. Okay, if we come over to here, this is just sort of an odd room thing. I don't know if I'm going to keep those over there or not. I don't know. I'm not sure I remember why I put them there. Or maybe those are... Is that where that's because that's where the floor is going to go? Or am I going to dig this down? I don't know. We'll worry about that later. Okay. So this room here is... I don't know. I think I had a notion of what I was going to do with it before, but it's like evaporated out of my head, or maybe maybe my memory's playing tricks on me. I don't know. But I just like the idea of the, I don't know. Maybe I'll make it a music room, or who knows what it'll be, but it can be something. And anyway, let's go. Listen to some just running across the grass. Okay, let's go down this way first. There's the bed, so I can get through nighttime faster. Oh wait, let's go through over here. And we're gonna go in here. And I'm purposely going to follow the terrain of the land, so that the building's going to be kind of odd, with stairways and steps and things in strange places. And anyway, so and there's this room here, and I don't know exactly what these rooms are going to be either. I just decided I should have a bunch of interesting rooms on the first floor. So I don't think they'll be residence rooms. I think they'll just be, I don't know, maybe a game room. I don't know, maybe a 2-channel hi-fi set. I used to be quite into the whole hi-fi thing. I used to have a NAD, the 3020, although mine, I think, what was it? It was the 3120 or something. It was the same thing as that really famous integrated amp, except for they made a deal with somebody, I think it might have been Shots or somebody like that, to make a tuner. And so I had it as a receiver. Oh, this is going to be the kitchen. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, maybe one of those rooms, because I'm going to try and build a bunch of objects for, and using mods. Let's go to the bed. And wait, I'm stark and okay, we'll come back to this and I'll talk about what it is. Let's get over here. Let's whisper and, oops. There we go. Here, let's go over to the bed. I don't want to wake anybody up, it's nighttime. Anyways, here we go, using the bed. And now, good morning, everybody. So now let's go back this way. Okay, so there's these 3 rooms here that I have no idea what they're going to be. Except for me, I like the idea of maybe having a, getting good enough with mods to make like, stereo stuff with speakers and the whole thing. Maybe like a reel-to-reel. And I mean, I'm thinking old school, right? Anyway, I was talking about my old hi-fi set. Do I want to? Yeah, maybe I'll talk about that some other day. I'm not even sure what happened to it, to be honest. But anyway, okay, so this is going to be the dining area. And this here is going to be the kitchen. And let's get up here. I need to put some stairs there, right, so that people can come in and out of the kitchen with. I mean, I was realizing that that's probably kind of a bad idea, huh? Do I want to excavate the kitchen, or do I want to elevate the dining room? You see what I mean? Oh, man. I don't know. I really want to follow the terrain, you know what I mean? But that might be a place where I... Oh, and this is just so you can come in and out of the kitchen without having to go through the whole house, right? And so this will be, I don't know, I'm thinking this is probably where you do your storage, And this is going to be pretty big, right? So I think because a bed is 2 of these squares, so I'm thinking that each of these squares is roughly 3 feet, right? So this is 12 feet across, and so I think that's a pretty good size for like where you'd have your cupboards and stuff and storage for all that. And then over in here is where you'd have like your prep area, with the, like I'm thinking, maybe the stoves and things over here. Maybe they shouldn't be over there. Maybe they shouldn't be there by the in and out. Maybe they should be over like in here or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway, and then this will be going back out into the dining room. There we go. All right, and then back here. Okay, I'm not sure what this is going to be either. Just more, I don't know, big room. I mean, as is that whole area that's before you get to the dining room, right? I don't know, that's just going to be a big, I don't know, just, who knows? Maybe I'll just have like a lot of weird furniture and stuff and probably artwork or something, I don't know. Oh, anyway, let me go back over here. So this is going to be sort of the, I guess, patio, a solarium kind of thing. I'm going to make it be like all with skylights and stuff, and I'm going to keep it so that this is kind of outdoor, it's indoors kind of thing. Right? And then over here is my weird door that I got. And, oh man, I've forgotten now. Somebody made a really good suggestion about what to do. I'm going to go back and look at the comments on last week's one. I saw it, because I know I'm not going to get down to here by today. Anyway, so this is just going to be, I don't know, back patio sort of thing. And I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with, the grounds around the place. How big is it going to be? Is it going to be like a place with, I don't know, some kind of farmland and stuff, like actually treating it like some kind of weird manor place? Or is it going to be, I don't know, just a little bit more modern, which is sort of a yard with gardens to enjoy around it or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to turn on flying for a moment, because I actually sometimes like to use flying while I'm building. I feel like I can move around more freely. Although the downside is I do less clicking of buttons when I'm flying. Somehow it doesn't seem as, you know what I mean? I don't know. With flying it just doesn't seem as cool. Anyway, so here's everything from the, here, let's go way up. And you guys can see it. Oh, I haven't shown you guys the library. It's down here. So I'll go to, well, that's where I'm going to start the building. Anyway, so you can see this side of the right. So there's that weird indoor, outdoor patio, whatever. Here's the kitchen. Here's a dining area. Right, here's a, I don't know, a miscellaneous entertainment area. I don't know. Maybe there could be like, that could be a billiards room or something, right? And then this will just be like the big grand hall of whatever. Like maybe there'll be maybe a piano over here or something like. Well, no, if that's a music room, then I don't know. Maybe we'd have both. And then these three rooms. That might be. I'd have to excavate that out. Maybe that might be a good room for a 2-channel hi-fi room. And then what would be this? This would be media storage, right? You know, like a record collection and all that kind of stuff. And then this would be the actual room. Oh, that would be kind of interesting. This would not only be this would be the plant, right? You know what I mean? Like I'd really get all hardcore, right? So it'd be media storage, but I'd have the hi-fi over here with, you know, like have it bi-amped with, you know, electronic power supplies that's isolated from the circuitry of the building, right? So you have no ground issues and all that kind of thing, you know? And then, so the only thing that will be in the room will be me, the chair I'm sitting in, and the speakers. You know what I mean? That's like hardcore hi-fi. Anyway, there's it. So, and see, there's another bed I made myself over there. Actually, I didn't really make the bed, did I? I just sort of clicked on it and then placed it down. Let's go here. All right, so let me give you a little tour of. Let me turn off flying again. Oh, what's going on here? How long am I taking here? Oh, that's not too bad. It's only like 17 minutes. So, anyways, let's go down here and let's. Guess I don't really have to hug the wall going down there, do I? And all right, so this is going to be like a study / library, you know, kind of a place. And we're going to have, well, of course, shelves. And, you know, somebody did say something about there being bookshelves in the inventory, and I had just overlooked them. So let's see if I can find them. Bed, that, what is this? This is bones, yikes. Lava bucket. Sorry if some of you guys are finding some of this weird stuff a little tedious or whatever, but I don't really do any playing of it without recording what I'm doing, you know what I mean? I just figured that way you guys can see my entire development. Now what I think I'm going to do is when I decide to start doing mods is I'll probably try to find resources on that and probably try and do that learning outside of recording. Just because it seems like that might be, well, I'll wait and see. Maybe, you know, maybe if I start doing it and it seems like it's, you know, suitable to make videos out of, then I might do it. But, oh, is this it right here? Bookshelf. And that's a book. Right on. All right. Let's see. I want to swap some stuff around here. Sand. I don't know that I'm going to need sand right now, so let's get rid of sand. Let's put the desert cobblestones down here. Let's put the bookshelf there. And what do you know? Well, anyway, whoever, I can't remember who it was, but thank you for, thank you for the tip. That became useful. Oh, you know, I should have said at the beginning, hopefully I'll remember and I'll put a graphic across the bottom. I'm going to try and come up with a secret phrase / word / whatever at the end of the video. So, you know, stay tuned for that. Okay, so let's get out of inventory. What's going on here? Just click the wrong button. I guess that's what happened. All right, there we go. Back over here. Oh, I was going to put a bookshelf over here. So let's see what this looks like when I put it here. So let's do that. All right. You know, I'm not going to do the whole place in bookshelves right now, just because I want to do more building of the whole structure first. But I think I'm still gonna mod and make my own. I don't know. Maybe we'll wait and see, because now it's a matter of aesthetic. Do I like the? It's, you know, obviously sort of a wood thing, or would I rather have it be something different than that? So I'll just leave them there for now, and you know, yeah, I'll go ahead and leave it in the inventory. It doesn't matter. I can always swap stuff out later. Okay. Anyway, so here we go. This is all of this. I don't know if maybe I won't have shelves over here. Maybe this will be like a sitting area, you know. Not really sure yet. But of course, you know, books and books and books. But I'm going to have it be ginormous, right? This is going to be like multiple stories going all the way up. Just having books and, well, who knows what, anything you might find in a library/study. So probably like big artworks and, you know, like map collections and, you know, the whole works. Anyway, so right, so this is, yeah, let's go take a nap, shall we? Oops. Let's get out of the way of that bush. Let's just run over to the bed real quick. And here we are. And there we go. Nighty night. Oh, up and at 'em. Okay. And here we go. Walking through the grass. Oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Let's go over this way here. And we'll just go to... Alright, and whatever this ends up being, and then this will be a level here, and then I'm not sure what will happen here. I thought about putting up like some kind of feature, like a weird little wall or something. Just, it serves no other purpose other than to just sort of separate the areas out for, I don't know. But I guess if I'm going to do that, I should have something to happen over here that makes it worth putting the little separator up in the first place. Because I don't want to make it be a wall all the way up. I just want it to be like a weird partition. You know, I don't know why. It's just something that appeals to me. Anyway, so I don't know what's going to be down here either. Maybe this will be like another sitting area. Maybe this will be like this super quiet area, and I'll make it be like with all, like some fabric upholstered, you know, bit around it and all that kind of thing. Anyway. And, alright, so now here, we come up here, and keep coming up here. Okay, let's, alright, so, yeah, so this will be the next floor, right? Anyway, right, so obviously we come up here, and I think I'm gonna have another stairway over here. Let's go back up there like that. Okay, there. Well, over here somewhere to get down into that main hall there. And I don't know whether I'll have whatever staircase exists down here will probably have an entrance onto the second floor of the study. I don't know why, I think it'll probably be coming up over here. And right, I don't think this hall's ceiling is going to go up another level, but maybe, I don't know, we'll see. It just dawned on me, that might be kind of cool to have this be, because it's already really high, isn't it, right? If each of these things is like 3 blocks, right, or 3 feet. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 15 feet to the ceiling, right? That seems like a pretty decent height, but that would make over here, if I went up another floor, so there would be, well, 16 feet, right? Because there would be the layer for the floor. Or would I use these things? I don't know. I'll have to wait and see how it's going to work out. Anyway, So I don't know. That just idea just came to my mind. So that would be huge, huge, freaking big, great hall sort of thing. Although, you know, I mean, I suppose compared to like big castles and stuff from history, it's probably not even anywhere near the biggest one. But I'm not going to be a royalty king person. This is just me being an extravagant human. And alright, so this is going to be like a shaft. So there won't be any books over here, I don't think. Right? This will probably be artworks and stuff. Because this is going to go all the way up to, I don't know if there's going to be at least 3 floors, maybe 4 floors. I'm thinking 4 floors and then like maybe a sun deck on the roof. You know, just because why not? Let's get indulgent, right? I mean, there's no deal with physics, right? It doesn't appear that it doesn't matter, you know, how big of a span I make, that it doesn't, you know, appear to need any clever learning of, you know, any sort of rules of physics as far as gravity and stuff. It just sort of, you know, unlimited building with, you know, no budget, right? Or, you know, an unlimited budget, I guess, right? So why not? Let's just make a crazy, extravagant home. You know, it might be the kind of thing that would be like one of those homes. It's like, I know that they do this in the UK. I'm sure they do in lots of places where there's been, you know, aristocracy that isn't, you know, what it once was. That a lot of those old homes get turned into like hotels, like, you know, really, really fancy upscale hotels, right? But, you know, hotels nonetheless. Anyway, okay, so let's get to building, Bill. You've been wandering around. So what is it I'm doing now? Alright, I'm gonna go... I guess what I need to do is decide how tall this next story is for our library here. Alright, so I'm going to start putting blocks over here, going up until I feel like I'm happy with the height of it. You know, here, let's turn flying back on. Okay, let's go over here a bit. Alright. Boink, boink. Do I want to keep going with this sort of 15 feet thing? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's a little bit less because of the floor slab. Alright, I think that's fine. Right, and then there'll be another floor slab. So let me do... Alright, I'm going to put 1. Let's do this. Because I want to go this way here. Let's go over here. Dirt. And I want to put 1. I think, oh, you know what? Here, let me put this here. I want to put 1 more there. And then I think what I want to do is put 1 there. Now, is that working the way I want it to? Here, let me go down a bit. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit less than 15 feet, right? So, what, 13.5 feet, something like that, roughly, yeah. Okay, there's the guideline to getting up to the next floor. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just make floors and walls, and I'm not going to put in any doors or anything right now. Just being, you know, building walls and laying floors. Alright, I have the floor I need over here. Alright, yeah, let's go up. What am I doing, Bill? You already said that's what you were going to do. Alright. So, here, let's go this way, I think. Can I reach that and that? Okay. So let's start stacking some bricks. And I hope at least some of you find the... Oops, what am I doing? I'm laying the slabs down, aren't I? Ah, you silly guy. Let's go get the pick. Come on. Oops. Alright, now let's fly over here. Let's patch up that bit of wall there that I just screwed up. Like that, go like that. You like that? Okay, now let's just go up here, I guess. Now let's go. What the hell's going on? There we go. I lost sight of the little crosshair thing for a second. And up there. Alright, let's go this way. Alright, chooch. Okay, building a wall. And okay. You know, here I'm going to go into the inside for whatever reason. That seems more appealing for... Oops, that's fine. No, it's not fine. I don't want that there. Why was I thinking that would be fine? You silly fool. Alright, let's... Think this way. Dink. Bink. Alright, let's go over this way, I guess. And there we go. Ding, ding. Oh, let's go up a little bit. Here we go. Get these there. Alright. Now, let's see how that looks, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm liking that. I don't know why. Let's go this way. So let's start putting some more blocks up there. And let's go over here a bit. There we go. It just dawned on me that these videos where I'm doing mostly building with the blocks and stuff, since I'm doing a lot of right clicking, it seems like it's thud and clicking heavy as opposed to, you know, keyboard sounds. I also think I get less motor mouthy. Yeah, it's getting dark again. And I don't know why, but I prefer to build in daylight. So let's go. And, oh, you know, here, let's go ahead and just kill flying. Boink. And we'll. Because I realize I haven't been having any stepping or clicking of the keyboard noises or any of that for a bit since I've been doing a lot of flying while I'm building, so. Let's get over here, do that, yay, okay. Okay, let's go back to flying, and let's go back to building. Alright, I wanted to go this way, let's go up a bit, that's probably tall enough, or high enough, I mean. And, alright, let's just start stacking these up again. I should try to come up with topics to babble about. I mean, nothing, you know, terribly serious like, you know, politics, religion, economics, any of that kind of thing, but just silly things that would be suitable towards. You know, I was thinking in terms of like, well, once upon a time I did do some labor as, you know, for work. And, you know, when you're doing work, once you learn how to do the work, it's like you can do the work and still have a conversation, you know what I mean? And I was just trying to think of, you know, what did guys talk about when you were out, you know, doing a thing. Like, just, I guess you're curious, for one of the jobs I had, it was labor. Well, one of them was working with that artist guy. I mean, I don't know, it was kind of labor of a sort. Well, because it was a wood shop, yeah, we built stuff for him. But otherwise, I did, for a while, I worked labor for these guys doing construction. So a big part of it was, I was actually, because wasn't skilled or anything. I wasn't like a carpenter or anything like that. So I was just doing, grunt work. So I was like hauling wood for the carpenters and the framers, I mean, and anyway, then I ended up doing some plumbing line and stuff like that. But let's go over here. And a lot of times, well, TV shows, right? People talk about TV shows, and of course, whatever girl that somebody had the hots for, whether they were famous or just somebody that we knew, kind of a thing. It didn't. People get horny for other people. And the wall goes up. And another bit of wall goes up. Wait, did I just? Yes, I did, didn't I? There we go. I forget that I can knock stuff out with the thing that it is. It's like I'm always going for the pickaxe. Although it did seem that the pickaxe was more effective in certain instances. It might have been my imagination, but because I wasn't, sitting here with a timer or anything. It's just in my subjective experience was that digging certain things seemed to go faster using the pickaxe than, just whatever object you had. Now, this is... Yep. That's fine. Alright. Ding, ding. Alright, I shouldn't have done that. Oops, sorry. That's the other way, dude. Let's go this way. Alright. I'm not the most graceful guy about this mess. Where am I at? Okay. Again, dude, I can't seem to get it together. Come on now. There we go. Now, let's fill that in there. All right. Now let's go up a bit. And there we can do that like that. Okay. Oh man. Well, clearly doing a little bit of clumsy building here there for a minute, huh? And let's do this, dude. And let's go this way. Fill in these gaps. And do that and that. Okay. And like that. And like that. And I wonder how far I'll be able to get today. How long have I been going so far? Yeah, it's not even 40 minutes quite yet. I'm just wondering if I'll be able to get this whole set of walls up to this height. And will I get any farther than that? I don't know. Let's just see. And oopsie daisy. Okay. Go up there. We'll come across. Yay. We'll go up. And Thank you. Well, here we go. And we'll go up like that, and then we'll go across like that. And then we'll go up like that. And we'll go across like that. And we'll go up. And we'll go across. And we'll go up. We'll go across. Yeah, this will just be going across again, won't it? And I'll see, do I want to go do these walls in here? Yeah, let's go over here and do these. Although, I'm going to want to build a thing across there, aren't I? So this is, so over here is, wait, how does this go? I think it's over, I can't remember how, it's, alright, I'm trying to get the heights right. Okay, so it's down, okay, so it's over here. So I guess here would be the first place, but we want it to match up to there. So it's, let's go that one, alright. Alright, now let's do this one now. Oops, I have to get rid of that. That and that. There we go. That should be, yep, that's the same. Alright. Yay for me. Alright, let's go over here. I'm going to do the same thing just because I think it's easier than counting. And I think it's like that, right? Is that, or am I going to take that one down too? Well, we'll find out. Oh, yep. Right. Okay, get that one there. And this one there. Alright, let's go over here. Oops. Let's go up a bit here. Oopsie daisy, didn't need to go that far really. Alright, that all looks pretty good. Let's put the big things back up here now. You know what I want to do real quick? I want to drop down here. And I want to look up because, right, see, like this is going to be the entryway. And you're going to walk in here and this will be sort of the first sort of whatever. So it'll be like the stairway. I think the stairway will be over here. And we'll go up. And somewhere along here there's how you get into the second floor of the study. Oops. And then I guess it'll continue up, and then I don't know whether you'll have also a landing thing that will allow for this. Yeah, maybe that's what you do. Is you have the stairways go up. And let's go ahead and just build that now. Why not? Here, let me go sleep first. I don't know why I'm getting distracted, but oops, why did I do that? I think my brain said index finger and it went to the wrong hand. Or something like that. Now placing it would have been my right finger, wouldn't it? Maybe it's just developing a mind of its own. What do they call that? There's a condition where... Oops. Am I not close enough to it? Why isn't it working? Oh, I'm flying. No, I stopped flying because I'm... Right? Yeah, I'm not flying. Why won't it work? There we go. Was it not dark enough or something? Alright, well, whatever. It's worked now. And... Alright, so I was going to go over here, getting distracted a little bit with this. Well, I think part of it is I'm trying to figure out, do I want to do a floor in here? You know what I mean? Or make it go all the way up, so it'd be like this. I think I'm going to do that. You know, I'm not going to bother with the steps now. Let's just go back to building the walls. Yeah, I think I'll do that, but alright, that's probably tall enough. Let's go this way, I guess. And yeah, I guess let's go build these over here. Alright, let's go this way, I guess. Oops. Come on, dude, get the blocks. There we go. Oops. Let's go over here. Let's get rid of that, please. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now let's do this here like this. Let's do this here like this. Do this here like this. Do these like this. Let's go over here, because I think what I could do is I can just sort of like get in between them, right? And just sort of, right, because I can reach that over here. Well, I guess I'm not really between, I guess I'm kind of between them, right? It's hard for me to tell. Anyway, I can reach both of them is the thing. And, you know, again, rather than count, I'm going to make some floor. I guess it wouldn't matter. You know, I could have. Oops. I just realized I could have gone by that because we already lit to this over there, and I don't need to do it more than once. But yeah, I've already started it. What the hell? I think one more. Nope. All right, let's go this way, and then whoops, start putting blocks down again there, right? Alright, there could be another one. Or is this... Oh, I see. I'm looking at it wrong perspective-wise. Oops. There we go. So let's take that out for a minute just because it's kind of in my way. Let's go this way a bit. Here. Let's go this way a bit. Let's see, can I do that? And I can do that. Alright, let's do... Yeah, let's do it here. Alright. Although it just dawned on me, I suppose, as a real world building material. I don't know, would sandstone really be such a good idea? I mean, my suspicion is that it would probably be good for like compressive stuff, right? But not other things, maybe, I don't know. We go, and up we go, oops, and up we go, and across we go, and up we go, and across we go. Let's take that one out, please. Okay, there we go. Oops, let's take that one out, please. Thank you. And up, 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 and up. dead air, Bill. You're supposed to be talking, man. Well, I guess there's no supposed to. I could make this however I wanted, couldn't I? I mean, I suppose I might, just for the hell of it, I think I might make a mind test where I don't speak, where I just do stuff without talking about it. Food for thought. And we go up. 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 And we keep coming up. Here we go. Let's go over there. And let's go over there. And let's go up here. And let's go up here. Then I'm going to take a little sip of water because my mouth's getting dry. You know, when I had tried using the green screen thing that I have with the blue screen, because I saw a thing on YouTube actually about these people making the argument that there's benefits and sometimes you can get a better quality thing. I don't remember all the details, but I thought I'd just give it a go. And when I did that, my water bottle disappeared, because of the blue thing, and it was amusing. But after I bought the green suit so that I could do stuff like this, with the floating head thing, I was, obviously I switched back to doing the green because it wouldn't work. Although maybe it would. It just dawned on me. I don't know if this is worth trying or not. Because I can layer filters. So I could do like a blue screen, chroma key thing, and then just do another layered chroma key thing, right? I don't know. I don't know if that's even worth bothering with. If anybody knows more about video editing and the like than me, which is going to be a large number of people, believe me. I mean, I think I do okay for my own stuff, and I'm happy to do it. It's part of what makes me like doing this whole thing, is the whole creative process, from thinking it up to doing it to, I don't know how well I'd work in a, like say, like a movie company, whether it was, corporate or not. I suppose because I don't really participate in any specific disciplines, right? Like I'm not really an actor, right? I'm not an actor. I've built stuff, but I wouldn't say that I'm a guy that would do stagecraft type stuff, although I did do some minor bits of stuff like that when I was doing these gig jobs, like for mostly moving audio and light equipment for various conventions or shows and stuff like that. But it was more like assembling stuff than actually building it, you know what I mean? But while I do have experience with audio stuff, and I did for one night only, I was doing this thing at this street festival that was in San Diego. I think it was like something blues festival or something. And I was working one of those stages, and I was supposed to be supporting the guy that was the sound man running the board for that stage. So basically, being his grunt or whatever, like if he needed cables ran or stuff moved or whatever, right? Which is fine. It's a decent gig. It's a well-paid gig. Anyway, at the last minute, the guy that was supposed to be one of the spotlight runners for that stage couldn't make it, and none of the other stages had anybody to spare. and the guy that was running the board, who I was helping, said, hey, you know what, this is, because it was just like I think it was a three-piece band, you know, like guitar, bass, drums, but with a guy that was the singer, and then he did harmonica. I don't remember his name. Anyway, all right, let's go sleep. Where am I at? Where's my bed? Over here. Anyway, so that I did, you know, run a spotlight for one gig one time. And I've done light stuff for silly house parties and gigs that are akin to that kind of thing, you know. Even those were really very professional sort of situations. So let's go up. And let's get this way. Now, do I just want to keep doing this weird two-way doing things, or do I just want to like build this outer wall here and then, well, here, I'll just do it this way, I guess. I don't need to have any rhyme or reason to it. It's my own thing, man. Heavy D and the Boys just came to mind, although I guess is it, we've got our own thing? Is that what he's saying? And there's a blast from the past. I wonder how many of you are even going to remember that. For a minute, it was a thing on MTV. It's getting some decent rotation. Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's do this here, dude. Up, and the wall goes, oops, you can come out please, thank you. And, oops, there you go, oops, and again, thank you. Oh, I could have left that there, couldn't I? And put one there, and oops. There we go, and I'll go, oops. Don't skip them, man. And then we'll go up. And we'll go over. Oops. Get out of my way. Man. Not a terribly good builder, huh? Maybe let's do a few of these this way like this, yeah. And okay. I'll go get those inner walls in a bit. Let's just follow these outer walls for a minute now. Let me see what I'm doing here now. Because this is all... Right. Because I have to remember that I'm going to put a floor along here at some point. So I'm only going up this one more story here at the moment. Okay. It just seemed like it was getting awfully tall all of a sudden, and it was like, it's like, am I doing this right? Well, I mean, it's not that big a deal, right? It's not like I'm going to have a budget overrun, right? We couldn't keep under our estimate, ma'am. Oops. Over and up. And there we go. And yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's just keep going around the outer wall for now. And what time is it getting to be? Already over a little bit, over an hour. You know, I think I'm gonna do how far am I gonna go? Because I was only gonna make this be about an hour long. Alright, I'll just do this last little stretch here and pick up that fragment of that inner wall that's sticking out over there. Because for whatever reason that just started bugging me. So I'll just do this last bit, and I'll call that a day for today, for this particular MineTest Monday. Now I need to start thinking about what am I going to do for my bonus special secret word. Oops. You know, I don't know if they are, in fact. I'll go look at it in just a second. But I think I'm going to use the word marigold. Like the flower, you know? And so let's put this up. And let's put these across. And then I'll go check that flower just to see what it is. I mean, it's probably just going to say something like orange flower, right? Oops, let's go up. I mean, here we go, boink, boink, boink. All right, let's go up a bit, and let's go over here. Let's go see if I can grab one of these flowers. And let's walk over here. Let me take that. Oh no, how do I grab it? Oops, I didn't want to do that. How did I wanted to acquire it. Let me go back over to here, I guess. That's what I need to do. Okay, here we go. So now let me go into inventory. So I think if I hover over it, it'll tell me orange tulip. Yeah, that's fine. I'm still going to use the word marigold. Maybe I'll try and remember that for the future. Oh, you know, orange tulip, but it's not orange tulip this time, kids. It's marigold. And yeah, that's it. Marigold. So today's secret word is marigold. Alright, so that's that, gang. I'm going to fly again for a quick sec. So I'm thinking what I might do is, do I want to go ahead and do a screen capture while I'm here with you guys watching me do it? I think I want to do it with the building, you know, kind of. Oh, you know what? I'm going to just use the one that's the background that I used for at the start of the video. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because then I can use that background and I can try and take a decent picture of my face and use that for the thumbnail. And, you know, because apparently seeing people's faces in the thumbnail is an effective use of thumbnails, apparently. I don't know, I'm trying to learn how to do this stuff. So, yeah, that's it. So let me go back out of here. Let's just go back to the menu. Let me go over to here. And yeah, see, I think I'll just use this, yeah, for the background, and then I'll, I don't know, maybe I'll make a picture of it, you know, of myself without the headphones on or something like that. In any case, I hope you guys had a good time. And I will see you in 2 weeks for the next MineTest Monday. Although in 1 week it'll be a different game. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure which one it'll be, but you know, probably Mastermind or something like that. And I'm not sure what's coming up for the rest of the month. But well, in any case, I hope to see you in the next video. And aloha, siblings.